Tottenham are on the verge of signing James Maddison from Leicester. James Green is at the Spurs training ground. What can you tell us?
Yeah, good afternoon. I can tell you, Nick, that James Maddison has been at Tottenham's training ground doing his medical ahead of a proposed £40 million move to Tottenham Hotspur from Leicester. Now, talks between the two clubs advanced at quite a pace last night and this morning, and we edge closer and closer to an announcement on this one. I think this one could be imminent. We could be hearing something either later today, maybe tomorrow. But £40 million seems to be the price agreed for a player with a lot of Premier League experience, 5 years at the Foxes, an FA Cup medal in 2021. And despite Leicester's relegation from the Premier League last season, he performed at a high level, 10 goals, 9 assists. He's that creative spark that maybe Tottenham need. And £40 million in today's market, when I know you're going to be talking to Mark very soon about £105 million British midfielder potentially on the move, you think £40 million sounds like a pretty good fee for Tottenham to be paying for a player of James Maddison's quality.
James, Ange Postecoglou obviously hasn't taken charge of a game for Spurs yet, but do we know how Maddison might fit into the team?
Yeah, it has. It's going to be interesting, but I expect to see quite a big change in the way Tottenham are going to be looking to play this season. Now, Ange Postecoglou is a manager that likes to play 4-3-3. Now, we know at Tottenham, they've been very keen with Antonio Conte of playing 5 at the back, so it will be a big change for the likes of James Maddison, though. We've seen him in the wider areas under Gareth Southgate for England when he's had those very limited opportunities. But you kind of expect him to play a slightly deeper role, maybe like a number 8 role in the middle of the park, something he did very successfully while he was with Leicester, with the likes of Wilfred Ndidi, Yuri Tillmans as well. And that was during 2 seasons where they were so good in the Premier League, finishing 5th and of course getting that FA Cup medal too. A deeper role, maybe a role similar to what we remember back when Christian Eriksen was playing at the club. If you speak to Tottenham fans, they feel like that creative spark hasn't been seen since Eriksen left the club in 2020. And you know, we can question it ourselves, but the most important thing is that Ange Postecoglou knows exactly what James Maddison will bring and how he looks to implement him into his team this season.
And James, there's another deal on the cards between these two clubs, and it's another England midfielder.
Yeah, it's a busy day at the club with incomings, with outgoings too, and the clubs obviously are forming a pretty good relationship. This time it's Harry Winks. A deal has been reached between the two clubs for Harry Winks to join Leicester City for around about £10 million. Now, Harry Winks has got 10 England caps. He's been at the club since he was a youngster. Developed into the first team, got those England caps. He spent last season on loan at Sampdoria. Now, he did have a bit of an injury at the start of the season, but did go on to complete 20 appearances for the Italian club. But he looks set to now be playing next season in the Championship with Leicester as they look to propel themselves back into the Premier League.
And just while we've got you, what about Bayern Munich's interest in Harry Kane?
Harry Kane, the name that's going to be, I think, on quite a few people's lips for a while in this transfer window, just 12 months remaining on his contract. Now, we understand through our sources at Sky Germany that yesterday Bayern Munich made a £60 million verbal offer for the Tottenham striker, an offer that Tottenham deny, but they say they will reject any offer for the striker. Their position has remained clear the whole way through for a long period of time that Harry Kane is not for sale. Now, we understand that Bayern Munich, though, will look to test the resolve of Tottenham and will look to come in with an official written bid, maybe later today, maybe soon, for the striker. He is their number 1 priority in that forward line. They are confident that terms between Kane's party and the club will not be a problem. It's just whether Tottenham are going to look to sell, maybe cash in on Harry Kane with just entering his final year of his contract. But I think this could go down to the wire. If you were asking me, Nick, I really haven't got an answer whether we'll see him in a Tottenham shirt for the new season or whether we'll see him playing football elsewhere. But at the moment, there is big interest from Bayern Munich in Tottenham's record goal scorer, Harry Kane.
Thanks very much indeed, James.